Welcome back to Wrestling World. Today we'll be discussing Eminem's possible involvement in rumors with WWE, Sasha Banks' new look, and so much more. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe with all notifications on if you're new, and drop a like below. Let's start things off with the wrestling news with this Eminem rumor. Eminem is another globally known star that needs no introduction. He's a multiple-time Grammy Award-winning artist and one of the most popular rappers of all time. It was little over a year ago now, but there was rumors in late 2019 that Eminem and WWE were getting pretty close on some sort of partnership and collaboration deal. Eminem was set to be the main producer for WWE 2K20's music soundtrack. WWE did this sort of thing every year where they bring in a famous artist to be the main engineer and producer for the soundtrack of their video game. And just 1 year ago, Eminem was front and center of all the reports as the next big celebrity name that was taking part in WWE's video game. Not only taking part in their video game, but reports at the same time were claiming that Eminem will be making several WWE television appearances and even get a title belt designed for him as well, especially at the Smackdown on Fox premiere. The first episode of Smackdown on Fox was huge. Fox and WWE both wanted to get as many celebrities involved as possible. The biggest names on their list were reportedly Cardi B and Eminem. Now obviously, none of those celebrities showed up, but a new interview with top music executive Jimmy Iovine is clearing up all these WWE Eminem rumors and letting us know what was going on. Jimmy is one of the main individuals behind Eminem and several other major artists. Jimmy even briefly worked with WWE during the Attitude Era, where he assisted Interscope Records with licensing WWE theme songs for WWE Superstars and WWE shows. Jimmy recently appeared on the Wrestling Inc.'s podcast and provided more details on where Eminem stands when it comes to WWE. He had this to say: "I remember when I was with the company, there was a package that was made for John Cena vs. Bray Wyatt match at WrestleMania 30, and it was to an Eminem song, and he's so familiar with it, but he's not as deep. And he's also one of those more quiet people that you'll ever meet in person in a one-on-one thing." So Jimmy brings up a good point there. The WrestleMania 30 video package for John Cena vs. Bray Wyatt featured Eminem's song Legacy playing in the background. That package was extremely well received by fans. Eminem even referenced WWE in his 2020 album, where he name-dropped Bobby Heenan. He also mentioned a line about how he wrestles with Mania, which of course is another reference to WrestleMania. So Eminem is aware of the product, says Jimmy, but he's not a very deep fan. We'll have to see what's next for Eminem and WWE's relationship. Will they collaborate again for another video package or even a bigger project? We'll have to wait and see. Would you like to see Eminem and WWE collaborate again? Sasha Banks' new look? Sasha Banks has this activity she does on social media where she'll do these custom tributes to other superstars and friends, where she'll cosplay as them. Sasha Banks has already done the Bella Twins, Undertaker, and so much more. But Sasha Banks' latest cosplay actually stunned the fans. Some thought it was real. Sasha Banks recently cosplayed as WWE Superstar Ruby Riott. Sasha Banks nailed the cosplay to look exactly like Ruby Riott. Sasha Banks had the short green hair and tattoos all over her upper body to sell the look even more. Ruby Riott even responded to Sasha Banks on Twitter and said, "This is awesome." What did you think of Sasha's inspired look from Ruby Riott? Next up is the issue of missing general managers. General managers were previously around for plenty of years before WWE completely abandoned the on-screen role in 2018. It was late 2018 where the McMahon family came out and made this whole big deal about how there will be no more authority figures and how the fans are the authority now. They talked about how they were hearing the feedback and would be listening to the fans more. So as a result of that announcement, we lost all the on-screen general manager characters, including SmackDown general manager Paige, who was having a lot of fun in that role. Paige can never wrestle again, so she loved playing the general manager role because it was a way for her to stay involved and stay on screen. Since Paige has been removed as general manager, she hasn't had a consistent on-screen role for WWE We haven't had a general manager at all since Paige. We do have Adam Pearce, who basically serves as a non-official general manager for both Raw and Smackdown. We don't always see Adam Pearce on television every week, but when we do see him, you'll notice that he's basically playing the general manager role for both brands. Former WWE referee Jimmy Corderas recently made this suggestion for WWE to bring back the general manager characters. He had this to say: "I said before that if The Miz got the contract back, I wouldn't be happy. Watching it on Raw, I wasn't as upset as I thought I'd be. As a matter of fact, watching it back, I decided it's not that bad." But what I'm more disappointed in, though, is Adam Pearce. And don't get me wrong, I like Adam Pearce. I love the fact that he's on television. He's very good in his role as an official for WWE. What I'd like to see, though, is an authority figure, not just someone who comes off as someone who relays messages for the authority figure. He went on to suggest that it should be like the old days, where each WWE brand had their own general manager. WWE Raw has their general manager, and WWE SmackDown has their own general manager. And I agree with this. I don't understand the logic behind getting rid of the general managers, because the fans are the authority now. I think it still would have been possible to keep the general managers and have them listen to the fans, so you get to accomplish both. You keep your on-screen general managers and make the fans happy. It would have worked. But to completely get rid of the general manager characters and create this void in the show where we don't really see who's putting the show together is pretty weird. Usually your general managers would come out and book the matches, but nowadays it's basically the superstars appearing to book the matches themselves, and it's pretty strange. There's something missing there, and that's the general manager's role. The GM role is special, but just like how it was with Kurt Angle and Paige, two superstars that weren't wrestling, but they still had this big role on WWE television since they were the general managers. So I agree with that. I miss having the general manager role on screen and how they interact with the superstars and book the show. Adam Pearce is great, but it feels weird having a WWE messenger running the shows rather than an actual general manager. If Adam Pearce eventually gets promoted to be general manager of both brands, that'll be fine. But I agree that some sort of majority authority figure is needed for the sake of the show. The other question to ask is, who should WWE bring in, and who would make for a great general manager? It has to be someone just full of charisma and be believable enough to be in such a huge authority role like that. Superstars like The Miz, Alexa Bliss, Shane McMahon, and even some of the old general managers like Paige and Kurt Angle would be perfect as well. Having general managers really adds something to the show, depending on how you use them. So we'll have to see if they will ever make a return to WWE television. We'll also have to see if WWE has anything else planned for Adam Pearce. What are your thoughts on the WWE general manager role? Should WWE bring it back or keep everything the way it is right now? What are your thoughts on the Eminem story and Sasha Banks' new look as well? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.